I am the teller of stories. Come in, have a seat. My great granddaughter Ruby asked me to write her a story where she was a princess and she was rescued by a handsome prince, Prince Rainer. So this is the first of the stories I wrote in the Princess Ruby sequence. So sit back, relax, and listen to Princess Ruby and the Magic Book. Princess Ruby was sitting by the window looking very sad. Outside, the rain was still pouring down and the wind was very strong. "I'm so bored," she said to herself. "I want to go outside to play, but I can't." Her mother, the Queen, had gone to visit her cousin and wouldn't be back for hours. Before she left, she had said to Princess Ruby, "Don't go outside in this weather, find something to do inside." Princess Ruby couldn't think of anything to do inside the castle, although she had lots and lots of toys and dolls. "Oh well," she said, "I will have to look in the magic book." There was a book on the table with the title Adventures for Princess Ruby. Of course, because she was a princess, she had a book especially made for her. This was no ordinary book, though. It was a magic book, but only Princess Ruby knew this. Princess Ruby opened the book, closed her eyes, and put her finger onto the page of adventures. Then she said the 4 magic words. "Please take me there." Even princesses say please. When Princess Ruby opened her eyes, she was no longer in the castle, but in a strange-looking land where everything seemed different. The grass was pink, and the leaves on the trees were purple. Princess Ruby looked around and saw a river of red and yellow striped water. There was a little boat tied to a tree, and she decided to take the boat out onto the river. It was a beautiful day, and Princess Ruby lay back in the boat and closed her eyes as the boat rocked gently in the river. Suddenly she awoke with a start. The boat was no longer rocking gently, it was being tossed around in swirling water. She was horrified to see that the boat was heading towards the edge of a waterfall. "Help! Please help!" shouted Princess Ruby as the boat drew nearer to the edge. She knew that if no one helped, she would be thrown over the edge and would not be able to return home. Nearby, a handsome young man, Prince Rainer, was riding on his white horse. He heard someone shouting and said to his horse, "Listen, Beauty, I think someone is in trouble. Quickly, let's go to help." He rode as fast as he could towards the sound of the voice, and saw Princess Ruby in the boat very close to the edge of the waterfall. Looking round, he noticed a tree with branches hanging over the river and clambered quickly onto one of the branches. He shouted to Princess Ruby, "Reach my hand!" As the boat passed under the branch, Prince Rainer caught hold of Princess Ruby's arms and pulled her safely onto the branch and then back to land. "Thank you very, very much," she said. "You have saved my life." Princess Ruby and Prince Rainer talked and walked together through the fields. They had lots to say to each other, and the time flew by. Princess Ruby was very happy, but suddenly realised that she had to return home, as her mother would soon be back. She told Prince Rainer that she had to go. "Perhaps we will meet again on another adventure," he said. Princess Ruby replied, "I hope so, as I have really enjoyed our time together." Princess Ruby closed her eyes and said the magic words, "Please take me home." When she opened her eyes, she was back in her room in the castle. The Queen came into the room and asked Princess Ruby, "Have you been able to amuse yourself?" Princess Ruby replied, "It's not been too bad." Her mother didn't know about the magic book, and she wasn't going to tell her about her adventure. Princess Ruby closed the book and said to herself, "I wonder what my next adventure will be." This is Ruby's second adventure, The Very Unfriendly Dragon. Princess Ruby was sitting in her favourite chair thinking about the last adventure she had been on. She said to herself, "I really would like to see Prince Rainer again. He was so nice." She went to the magic book and opened it to the page of adventures. This time, though, she did not pick an adventure at random. She opened the book at the page where she had met Prince Rainer. Princess Ruby put her finger onto the page and said the magic words, "Please take me there." When she opened her eyes, Princess Ruby looked around. It was just as she remembered it. The grass was pink, and the leaves on the trees were purple, and she could see the red and yellow striped river. "I don't think I will go on the river again," she said to herself. "It was very scary last time, but I do hope I will see Prince Rainer again." Princess Ruby looked for Prince Rainer but could not see him, so she decided to walk across the grass in the direction of the trees. Suddenly she heard a loud, roaring noise. Roar! Roar! It frightened Princess Ruby, but she couldn't tell what was causing it. Again she heard the noise. Roar! Roar! And this time it seemed closer. Princess Ruby walked quickly towards the trees, hoping to shelter away from whatever was making the frightening noise. But as she neared the trees, the branches opened and a very scary-looking dragon burst out of the trees. Princess Ruby had never seen a real dragon before, and the sight of this one made her very, very frightened. It was very tall, even when sitting on its back legs. The dragon had a red and brown striped body covered with scales. Its eyes were very bright and a bright red, but the scariest part was flames of fire and smoke coming from its nostrils. The dragon looked down at Princess Ruby and roared, "How dare you come into my kingdom? I don't like strangers. I think I'll eat you up." This dragon was indeed a very unfriendly dragon. Suddenly Princess Ruby heard the sound of a horse approaching. She looked round and saw Prince Rainer on his horse, Beauty, galloping towards her. Prince Rainer pulled Beauty to a halt, got down and took out his sword. He went up to the dragon and said, "Why are you so unfriendly? If you don't leave Princess Ruby alone, I will have to fight you." The dragon roared loudly again, but did not try to harm either of them. The dragon said, "I am normally a very friendly dragon, but I have a lot of pain in my foot, and this is making me very unfriendly." Princess Rainer said, "Let me take a look at your foot. Perhaps I can see what's troubling you. Lift your foot up, please." The dragon lifted his foot, and Prince Rainer looked underneath it. He said, "I'm not surprised you're in pain. There's a very big thorn sticking in your foot, so each time you walk it hurts you. If you keep still, I will try to get it out. It may hurt a little, but I will be as gentle as I can." Princess Ruby looked on as Prince Rainer used his sword to remove the thorn. The dragon flinched a little, but did not try to hurt Prince Rainer. In a few seconds the thorn was removed. "Try to walk now," Prince Rainer said to the dragon. The dragon put his foot down and walked forward. "It doesn't hurt at all now. Thank you for helping me. I really didn't want to be unfriendly, but the pain made me very grumpy. I'm all right now, and I can be a friendly dragon again." He turned and walked back into the woods. Princess Ruby said, "Once again, I have to thank you for coming to my rescue. It was very brave of you to face the dragon as you did. I am so glad to meet you again. I have to go now, but I hope I will be able to come back and see you again." Prince Rainer replied, "I hope so too. Perhaps next time we will have more time to talk together." Princess Ruby closed her eyes and said the magic words, "Please take me home." When she opened them, she was back in her room, standing near the magic book. Princess Ruby closed the magic book and went to sit in her favourite chair. She said to herself, "That was a very scary adventure at first, but it was so nice to see Prince Rainer again, and I know now that if I meet someone who is grumpy or bad-tempered, there might be a very good reason for it."